We are back with some more Minecraft Prison here on Akuma MC. So I haven't really done anything since I last recorded because I don't want to do too much off camera, but we're gonna go ahead and go to the mine. I did learn a few things though since I last recorded, since I was chatting in the Discord with some players that actually have some good information. So I didn't know what the upgrade table here was. Apparently you can put in your pickaxe and spend energy to actually upgrade the pickaxe level. So if I want to go ahead and spend some energy here, we can actually upgrade this, I think, to 18 there, and it keeps its percent from what it seems. As you can see, there's a cool animation back there, but that is really cool. We can get to the next tier of enchants really quickly today. And also, I do have a ton of things to open since I've kind of just been AFKing on the server. So if we look at milestones, I got a lot of playtime ones, so I just got a lot of loot that we need to open. But I do want to also mention, if you are new or have already been watching the content for quite some time and just aren't subscribed, consider subscribing. I'd appreciate it. But anyways, I also want to mention, with the arcane slots, I figured out how to use them. I asked in the Discord as well. You go ahead and hold it in your hand and you shift left or right click, and as you can see, you have your two slots here. We're gonna go ahead and go into, I think it's PV3, no, PV4, and we're gonna look for our arcanes that we want to get here that we're gonna put on our armor. I know guild progression is really good because making a guild, you get a lot of certain upgrades, so honestly I might do the guild progression. Is there any other ones that I could use? We got material gain. Oh, it's only for pickaxe and pets, these two, so we gotta look for armor. Okay, we got the armor one. Here it is. 9.8%. That's actually really good for gem gain. We just don't have a gem enchant as of right now. I'm just looking for the ones that have armor tied to it, and our best options right now are probably these ones right here. I don't want to use the gem one, I'm realizing now, because we don't even need gems currently, but when we start getting gems, I'll switch over eventually. I think we get material gain, and then we also get the pickaxe progression. I think that's a good idea. So we'll do those two for our armor. So we'll go ahead and shift left click and put these in. And now we should have the arcane boost. As you can see under arcanes, we have the boost. So now we get that little extra bit of progression. Now, since we have a ton of loot, we need to open this all. We got some gold loot boxes we need to open. I think they're loot boxes. Yeah, just had to double check the name of these. We got a convict rank and a arcane box rare. We got some robots we'll open as well. First energy robot, perfect, and gem robots and token, which reminds me I haven't claimed any of those and their loot since last video. So we have a ton of gems, as you can see, 2.7 million, and then 81 trillion tokens, which isn't a lot. How do I redeem these now? Because apparently there's a border here. Oh, so I walk over to here now instead of the very bottom. You just stand here and you place them. But now we have our first energy robot, which is awesome. As you can see right there, you love to see it. We got some rare arcane here, energy boost, not bad. We'll put that in PV4, of course, right here. And we got some common armor boxes we're gonna open as well, see if we get anything good. Fleet armor, which I think I'm gonna put this on for my chest plate currently. And we got a forge helmet, interesting, and it's got arcane slots, so I kind of want to use that, but the pet progression isn't very high, and there's no rank progression. It's only proc enchants. I don't think I'm gonna use that. We do have this piece here that is actually really good, so we are gonna go ahead and use this for the time being, and we can actually apply a arcane to it, which I think we're gonna do the energy arcane because we do need energy. So we're gonna go ahead, apply energy to this. So this will be our set for the time being as of right now, and I think we still got more arcane boxes we need to open as well, see if we get any rank progression or whatever. Nothing too great from what it seems, but yes, I want to get to the next tier of enchants that we can unlock at 20, which I think is just buzzkill, but we could probably go even higher. Actually, I think we'll go even higher because I want to get every enchant, even though it's not very good of an option. I want to make my pickaxe super decked out. Let's put these arcanes away. We got some resource boxes we'll claim, and then we got more loot boxes we need to open as well, and then we'll do the pet ones afterwards, the pet boxes, and we're getting a lot of usable or consumable items, which are good, so we can make some more tokens. You love to see it. And we got might armor. Ooh, these are actually better than our previous boots, and they got an arcane slot, so we're gonna swap these out, and we're gonna put this might boots on. These are honestly way better for the token gain especially, and I think it's just random on the percents. I'm still not 100% certain on that, but we'll have to figure that out. Okay, pet boxes, let's spam these, and we got all commons and a rare. Still no universal, which is unfortunate. So now we're gonna go ahead and start using grenades. I think that's a good idea here to start getting tokens and start mining, of course. course. Okay, so we're at like 108 trillion, I think, right now. Almost 109. We're gonna spend that into something here. Let's see what we can buy. Oh yeah, we still need to get token merchant maxed out. Oh my gosh, I completely forgot about that. So we're gonna have to max that out, and then we'll maybe work on jackhammer a little bit. We'll see. Keep using grenades. Come on, give us more tokens. We still have a ton of gems. We just can't spend it. I know we need to get lottery right when we get level 20 as well, so we'll probably be doing that. And we're also gonna hit rank 200 really soon, which is nice. Can't wait to hit rank 200. So we got infinity staffs we need to keep using as well, and then we got some airstrikes. So we'll use an airstrike really quick. I think that was a small one, but for small, that actually did quite a big portion of the mine. I haven't checked our pets, but apparently they have gone up. Since they leveled up, they've gone up 2% compared to the 2% it was at, so it's at 4 now on both of these, which is really good. We're getting progression made on those so we can get better resources. You love to see it. So one thing I'm noticing, apparently these consumables are not actually giving as much tokens as they did. I think they may have nerfed them because I haven't checked change logs since they actually released the server. So maybe I'm just misinformed, but I think they nerfed them because I'm making way less tokens from these. Ooh, a new block type. Let's go. Or new mine look, I should say, because it's multiple different block types, which I guess makes sense. I think I want to get to pickaxe level 19 on my own, and then I'm going to use energy to upgrade to level 20. So then we can start getting some enchants going, or at least some new things unlocked, of course. Momentum 5% gem boost now. Let's go. And we also got a silver loot box, which I believe is just from the loot box finder enchant. So we do get some occasional good stuff from these loot boxes. It just takes time for the enchant to actually proc. 5% token momentum boost. Let's go. And we got rank 200. Perfect. So we're now 1/5 of the way of getting to 1,000. And we also got robots. When did we get those? Oh, it was a milestone. Okay, I think it was for our rank up. That's definitely what happened. So we're gonna go ahead, open these. We got 2 token and 3 energy, which we need energy. So we're gonna go over to the robot cave, which is over on this side. All right, let's go ahead, spam these down, put them in their cave. And let's see, we've already made 36,000 energy. Oh my gosh, that is crazy. And the amount of loot you make from that energy wise, it's absolutely amazing. I guess we can go ahead and start crafting something at the upgrade table in the forge. I want to make something, at least if I have the materials. We can get a common component. I'm gonna craft one of these, see what we get. A crypto miner, an advanced mining machine which mines crypto on your grandparents' computer. That's crazy. Will increase tokens obtained for a certain period of time. Okay, that's really good. But how many slots do I have here for components? Because I know there's like certain ones here that we literally can't access as of right now. But we do get a new slot at rank 250, which I guess we could go ahead and try and get to 250 so we can put this down. And then we get one at 500. And then I think these ones are the other ones we get them at. Yeah, 750 and then also prestige 1. So it'll take some time, and then the other ones over here are way more difficult. So I'll just put this in my inventory for the time being. And we'll take a look at our resources, see what we have to use, because we still got a lot of resources we can use. So I guess we can go ahead and go over to the crafting forge again and take a look. So we can get common armor piece recipe here. I think we're gonna craft some common armor because it actually is good to do that. So we can get better chances of getting armor. That gives us better buffs. And we can also craft pets. Okay. But we'll make another set of armor here. See if we get any rank progression. Oh, we got might armor this time. 2 arcane slots, token gain, and material gain. That is not as good as this because rank progression is way better. I think we're just gonna hold on to this one currently, even though it has no arcane slots, and we'll put this one in our PV. But definitely, I think our best bet is to just be making armor and try and roll for the best things possible. But it does take a lot of resources, so I guess we're gonna have to keep mining. I also completely forgot that we have our V-kits available. If we go ahead and do /V-kit, they still exist, so we need to claim all these. Get whatever ones I can actually claim, which we did get a pet box and some bronze loot boxes and some resource boxes. So we'll open the resource ones. We'll do the bronze loot boxes, which we got a ton of consumables we can use, which is good. And an arcane box we'll open. Nothing good there. We're gonna go ahead and start using the airstrikes now. I think that's a good idea. And we got got a pet box we didn't open, a token pet, which honestly is good, but it's only common, which I don't know if the rarity makes any difference, and we have like 9 of these. I think we can salvage these from what I heard. Let's go to the forge. We can just type forge and go there, like /forge. Can we salvage these? Oh, we get a lot of resources. I'm actually gonna salvage those because it gives a lot of good resources. If I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna keep one of each pet that is above the rare rarity, and of course the rare rarity itself. And if we get a spare one, I'll probably just go ahead and get rid of it. So all these right here are probably gonna get salvaged. I'm kind of curious, can we salvage these or no? No, we can't. Okay. Components are salvageable in case you want to re-roll, which is really cool. I do like that. But we'll go ahead and salvage these, get some more resources. Same with these ones. And then we'll craft another component, I think. We'll see what we got. Crypto miner, interesting. I don't know if we can have multiple at the same time, but I'd assume it's better than the mortar. I'm not sure. Anyways, we're gonna go to armor and craft a armor piece, and we got nothing good, unfortunate. I'm quite curious to see if we can salvage armor. I'd assume we could. Yes, we can. We can get some resources back. It may not be a lot, but it's definitely good to salvage it if it's not good pieces, like at all. Okay, we're gonna salvage all that, and then we go into PV2, and apparently this is not moving for some reason. It seems to be stuck in its slot, which is weird. I'll probably have to figure that out at some point, but it is what it is. All right, keep using the airstrikes, and we still have a ton of tokens. We'll go ahead and put into token merchant. 76 more levels we're actually gonna purchase. We're close to 1,000. We're getting there. I still have no clue if we can upgrade robots. Like, I genuinely have no clue at all. So I'm gonna have to look into that at some point. Okay, so we're pickaxe level 19 now, so I think it's safe to say we can go ahead and upgrade it to 20. So let's go here, upgrade this, 7.7k energy. There we go. We should be at 20 now, so we can actually use the buzzkill enchant, or at least purchase it, which will get 100 levels, just so we have it started with, even though there's 500 levels. And then we go to gem, and how much is this? For 1 level, it's 1,000,000 gems. We're gonna purchase that instantly, because apparently it gives like a ton of loot, potentially. And I'm also gonna turn off the proc messages, just so it doesn't proc the chat message every time it procs. Just would be a smart idea. So it's been a few hours since I last recorded the last clip, and so far we're pickaxe level 21, and we're 20 levels away, now 19, or ranks I should say, away from getting a new component area, so we can place down our crypto miners, because apparently they're better than the actual mortar, because it gives tokens depending on your enchants. So like, if you have good enchants that provide tokens, it boosts that for a certain period of time, compared to a mortar just giving a static amount of tokens. So you could realistically get way more with crypto miners instead. And I also have 166 trillion tokens, which is actually enough to go ahead and max out token merchant. So we are going to go ahead and max that out. There we go. So now we got token merchant maxed out, which is perfect. We are finally done with that, and we can move on to trying to work on maxing this out, which is about 609 trillion, which doesn't seem very easy, if I'm going to be completely honest. Which reminds me, actually, since we need tokens, we can go ahead and go to my robot cave and go ahead and grab all the robots that I need to grab their loot from. So we got 3.3k energy, almost 900,000 gems, and about 17 trillion tokens. So they're doing not too shabby, I'll give it that. Better than nothing, if I'm gonna be honest. So how much can we put into buzzkill? Like, I haven't even seen this enchant proc once. And I know it spawns like bees, because it's a bee logo, as you can see there, but I've not seen it spawn once, and I'm quite curious to see if it ever will. Oh, it's like a 0.01 as well. Oh my gosh. And we also do have arcane slots for our pickaxe now, which is actually really good. We get a arcane slot at level 20, so we can actually go ahead and put one in right now. So we'll go into PV4 and look for something decent. I think I'm gonna get the tokens gain, the 3.2%. I don't think I have anything better than that for token gain, which either way, that is really good overall. So we're gonna go ahead and go into our pickaxe arcanes and put this in. So now we get a token gain, which is really nice. I've been saving a lot of loot boxes. I've been stacking everything up so then I can actually have kind of a managed inventory somewhat, just so then everything is easier to manage, of course, here. So we are gonna go ahead, open all these loot boxes, get a ton of tokens going. That would probably be a wise idea. And we got a sprout crystal, which is for our guild, which I haven't gotten one of those yet. So we'll go ahead and put that away, as well as the wave ones. And we got a lot of openables here that we can stack onto those, and we'll open in a bit. But we have another 40 trillion tokens we can spend, which can get us 50 levels into Buzzkill, but I think I want to save for a Scavenger because we can actually go ahead and use all our energy onto leveling up to it from using the upgrade table over here. We're gonna go in here, upgrade our pickaxe 8.5k, go back in here, upgrade it again 8.9, and then what are we at currently? We're on 23, so we need 2 more, 9.3k, and then I guess we'll go ahead and do the 9.7, and there we go. We still have a ton of energy, so it's fine. So we're at 25 on our pickaxe, which means we have Scavenger, and we also are really close to getting Pickaxe Fury, which is at 30. So we're gonna go ahead and spend some tokens into Scavenger, so 100 levels we'll start with, and we also need to turn off the proc message, and that'll start giving us gems, which we can save up over time. And then we can spend that into some gem enchants when they are available for us, once we have a higher pickaxe level, of course. And we still have a ton more tokens. I think we'll go into Buzzkill again. We'll get 49 levels. And we can actually get another level here. So now we're at 150. Perfect. And that gets us up to a 0.015% chance of it proccing, which seems very low. But honestly, I don't think it's that bad. And our resources, we haven't even checked up on this. We have quite a bit of resources we could use to craft some things. I think we're going to swap out our mortar for the crypto miner already. I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to swap this out so the mortar's gone and we'll put in a crypto miner. And apparently it just automatically starts whenever it's ready, and it should say in the chat whenever it does activate, which is going to be good. I don't know the exact multiplier we'll get. Also, we got momentum boost there, perfect. But as I was saying, I don't really know the exact multiplier it gives for the period of time, duration at least. We're just gonna have to figure that out, of course. And I will keep this mortar on me for the time being. I'll put it in PV1 because I don't really know what to do with it. It's not like I'm gonna use it too often. It doesn't seem as beneficial as the crypto miner because either one you have to be mining for, so it just seems more likely that you would want to use the crypto miner for the multiplier for your enchants. But we need about 14 more ranks on our mine, and then we can actually use the next one, which is good. And I'm also going to use all these resources and armor boxes, get through all them, as well as the arcane. The arcane was pretty bad, unfortunate. The armor, on the other hand, was not bad for this piece, which honestly I might swap this over now because it's got a token gain on it, even though we'll lose like a 1.5% rank boost. We already have one originally, but this also gives us arcane slots, so we'll use this armor piece. And for some reason this is still stuck in here, this armor piece. I'm gonna have to figure out why it's stuck there eventually. But with these arcane slots, we can go ahead and add some buffs to this, of course. So let's go PV4 and let's see what we can get for, of course, armor wise, because we need to find those. We got a rank progression we can put on, and if I'm gonna be honest, we only have pet progression and rank progression we can put on this. So I guess we're gonna do that. Put those on, and then we'll go ahead, put that back on, and there we go. So we got some sort of buffs on all these, which is not bad. I'll give it that. It's pretty decent. So we got pet boxes here we'll open. A epic energy pet. What's our current one? Also an epic. Okay, never mind. And then we got another, and we got a common gem. Unfortunate. And I said I'm gonna keep one of each of these, so I guess I have to get rid of these ones. So we're gonna go to our forge by typing /forge, and then we go here and salvage these two so we can get some resources, which is probably the best option there possible. Oh, and we also got to salvage the armor here that we got that is not the greatest armor. So all this can go in the bin. Even though this armor is kind of good, it's not that great if I'm gonna be honest. So we still need 13 ranks until we can actually hit the 250. And we got a rare armor box from Lottery, it says in chat, which I don't think we have the proc message disabled, but I honestly do not care about that too much. And I think I'm gonna keep all the ones that give me actual items on. So let's say loot box finder and lottery. Those are probably good ones to keep on. So we'll go ahead, open this, see what we get. Progression. Okay, that was just bad. That piece was bad. We're gonna go ahead and just get rid of this. But it is a rare piece, which is interesting. I wonder if that affects how much it gives back. Oh, it gives netherite and lapis. So the better tier actually gives some loot, and we get diamond. So these are good to salvage if you don't want want them. That's actually really good to know that lottery gives quite a decent good rewards amount that will get us some progression in the future. And we got a milestone, a ton of tokens for it as well. Guess we can get some more buzzkill. We'll get 50 levels to get it to 200. Might as well do it because, you know, why not? And we still got some large airstrikes. I want to test this one, see if it actually makes any tokens. I highly doubt it's going to make much. Actually, it's making quite a bit. It made about like 5 trillion. Oh, and it's still going. Oh my gosh. Okay, so these things make quite a bit, but our mine is still too small to the point where I don't want to use it. All 10 of these, we'll still hold on to them. I just wanted to test one. So I guess we go ahead and spend some tokens here because we got a ton of them. And we still need to craft some armor. I completely forgot about that. So let's go ahead, go over to Scavenger, and we'll get 100 levels so we get more gems. Perfect. And we're gonna get our momentum boost really quick and then go craft some armor. So we're gonna hop right over to here. We're gonna craft some things. What were we gonna craft exactly? I guess we could craft token robots. That's actually a better option. And the reason I say this is because it gains more tokens over time. So let's say we're making 2.14 trillion an hour. We add this guy into here, I think. There we go. It's added. And then we make an extra 0.3 added onto that per one of these. That might be the meta, to just keep getting token robots until you don't need them anymore. That's a really good early game meta, I can't lie. Anyways, we'll claim everything in here just so we have updated that. I'm just curious if I can make anything else. I think I'm out of resources. We can make a common armor piece, but honestly, I'm gonna just keep all the iron so we can make token robots, because that seems like the play. Okay, we have 10% token boost, and we're at 240 on our mine rank. I think we should probably invest in more pickaxe levels, because it doesn't get rid of the, like, progression we're trying to get. So, like, the 85% we have almost. I say we just get to 30 if we have enough energy to do so, because I think we have enough for almost 4 levels. So we'll get up to 26, and then we'll buy the rest with energy. So then we have more enchants accessible for next video, of course. Okay, so we're at 26 now. There we go. Pickaxe level 26. Let's go ahead, go to the forge, which is on the other side of the mine here. Go in here, upgrade, and it's 10.5. And then we got 10.9, 11.3. We should have enough to get one more. Yeah, 11.7. So there we go. We're at 30 now. So we have access to black hole, which we can get a total of 8 levels. And this thing gives tokens, as you can see. Same with buzzkill. They both give tokens, but we'll try and save up for at least 10 levels of black hole here. And then we can also get pickaxe fury with our gems, which gives us tokens. So I think we're gonna get like 25 levels into this with all our gems, or at least most of them. Also, I need to turn off the proc message for that, and as well as for black hole for when we purchase them, and just so I don't forget to do it in general. Okay, buzzkill is activating, as you can see, making a decent bit of tokens. It's actually not too bad, this enchant. It made about almost 10 trillion, I think it was there, from just one proc of buzzkill, but that doesn't happen too often, of course. But I'll still take it, of course, like that is really good. And then we can get 10 levels into black hole. There we go. So now we need to get 7 more ranks into our mine, so we can actually place down the other crypto miner. We are making a lot of progression quickly, so I'm honestly not complaining. We're moving pretty quick. Hey, crypto miner just procced. Oh my gosh. Wait, so how long is it gonna activate for? Oh, we got buzzkill at the same time. I don't know if that actually makes a difference, but I hope it does, because it would make sense to do so. But I'm gonna mine quite a bit here so we can actually get the token gain from it all. And we got a pet box from lottery. You love to see it. But you can tell when it actually procs the crypto miners. It like puts coins all over your screen. That is so cool. I just don't know when it ends, but oh, black hole just procced. Oh my gosh. Whoa, that is insane. That is actually so insane. Oh my gosh. And that made us almost 10 trillion just from one black hole proc. Okay, that's actually the coolest animation I've seen in quite some time. Okay, let's spend those tokens into Jackhammer. We'll get 100 levels. Might as well. We got the pet box here. We're gonna just open a token pet, which is common, unfortunate. And I am gonna open this last robot one. Oh, we got a token. Perfect. Once Once our mine resets, we'll go ahead and go to the cave so we can actually place it down, and we'll go and salvage some things that we need to salvage here. We're 2 ranks away from actually hitting the goal I want to hit, which is 250. Okay, the mine did reset. Let's go to our cave over here, and let's quickly go ahead and place this robot down. There we go. And we'll grab out the tokens, gems, and energy, and then we do our quick little salvage here. So we put these in and salvage. Get a little bit of good rewards from that, I guess, because it was a rare piece of armor. So we got more diamond and netherite and so on. All right, 250. And we got a new look on the hotbar now. It's got a cool look to it. I like it. Okay, so now we should have access to a new component area, I think. Yeah, we need 100 billion tokens and 5k energy to purchase it now. We'll go ahead, purchase it. And there we go. We got a new component slot. We'll go ahead, put the crypto miner in. So now we got 2 of those going. And then we'll go over to the cave one last time for the robots. Place this guy down. Claim our tokens and loot there one last time as well. But there we go. We've made a lot of progression today. A lot of progression. I can't wait to make more in next video. Thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate all the support recently, and I will see you all in the next one.